And we're at issue 18. The issue with Killer Croc coming up from behind, all scary. Oh. You know, curiously, there's been a decided lack of Batman before we got to issue 18. You know, in the last couple of them, there's been a decided lack of Batman. This issue helps to rectify that. Batman's a pretty major player in this issue, but, you know, as always, let's run down what everybody's doing. So what Batman's got going on is he and Jason Bard go down into the sewers because they see a man with this little 12-year-old girl. Her name's Jade. I read the issues far ahead of this. I know what her name is. This little girl Jade, and they're running through the sewer systems, and Killer Croc is down there. They have a brief confrontation. Let me check if this was the issue. Let me check what that confrontation amounted to. Yeah, okay, so Croc basically tells him, you know, oh, she's with me. So, you know, and that, there are the spirits beneath Arkham are starting to encroach in on Killer Croc's territory, so he and his sewer people are fighting against them, and that's an interesting whole thing right there. Killer Croc and sewer people versus the demons of Arkham Asylum? Yeah, sure, why not? Sorry I keep adjusting the camera. Just, yeah. Trying to keep it a little more spread out. Trying to see at least a little bit of the Pepsi logo on me. So that's going on. The other major plot line is that Batwoman, Batgirl, and Red Hood are all hanging out down in... Are we still in Argentina? Brazil. We're in Brazil now. And there's this child labor force who are making knockoff toys of Senor Vampire Hero. What? They're making the Bat Hero dolls from Bootleg Zone that Phaelus does. Yeah, they're making knockoff toys down in Brazil. Like, where's the Batman of Argentina on this one? Come on, we saw him earlier. Come on, El Gaucho, please. You gotta save the children of Brazil. I guess Brazil's outside of his jurisdiction. I guess expecting the Batman of Argentina to show up and save all these children in Brazil is a little overreaching. Batman himself doesn't go down to Mexico at any point. I guess they just try not to cross, you know, country boundaries. Not that Mr. Unknown had a problem. Mr. Unknown crossed the boundary just fine. You know what, whatever. So they're down in Brazil fighting bad guys, and the bad guys have, you know, a child slavery ring where they're making Batman knockoff toys, and that was kind of fascinating, actually. That's an interesting little concept, and when Batgirl goes to confront the guy who's in charge of the operation, because, you know, they've traced him, he has some connection back to everything else that went on that put Gordon in prison, she finds out that... well, he has this, technology that he uses on her that's, an implant in his eye, and it's like Mad Hatter-esque technology where he just gives her a hypnotic suggestion, and now she was under his control at the time. I'm sorry, it's so far away now, I had to skim through the comic to give myself, you know, as many reminders as I just did. So yeah, Bard and Batman going out, you know, working with Killer Croc now. There was a little bit of stuff with going on inside Blackgate. We didn't see much of it. We just see, you know, it's gonna burst at some point here soon. Blackgate is getting ready to burst out of just sheer craziness of the Penguin and Falcone both being inside. It's gonna get dangerous before too much longer, and they're ready for that. So, more on that as it evolves. Really... I can't believe I'm at under 5 minutes on this one, but, that was the quick and dirty of it. That was what happened. I mean, what are my thoughts on it? Well, again, it's kind of pointless to give my thoughts on it since I'm now weeks ahead, but, yeah, looking back, it's a good issue, and I like what it sets up. I like what leads shortly after this, and, I really dig Killer Croc. I really dig the new 52 Killer Croc. I don't know if he'd been in anything yet, or if this was his debut, But either way, New 52 Killer Croc is pretty cool. He, there's a definite honor to the guy, which is unusual for Killer Croc, yeah, but, even if it is unusual, that doesn't make it bad, and, he's not looking for a fight, he's just out to defend his family of sewer people. Out to defend his family of sewer people, indeed. That's the north and south of it, really. That's issue 18. I liked it, but it'll be more important to talk about the next two issues, so keeping my thoughts very quick and short on this one. So, yeah, more on that in a minute.